Hello and welcome to the Filler Matt Show, your weekly roundup of what's going on, or not a lot, to particularly this week in the modelling world. Hope you're all doing very well. So yes, to be honest with you, it's going to be one of them shows because it's quiet, very, very quiet. As I say, hopefully the summer's not going to be like this all the way through, but at the moment we're doing that going forward, a couple of things, then nothing. So yes.
We haven't had a bad few weeks over releases, let's be fair, have we? Since the
last couple of
Marauder and
weeks
the
has been
B24 and obviously the Valiant, that is spelt wrong on the box, it did say Valiant.
But apparently some of them aren't, isn't it? So yeah, thanks to everybody who picked this up because, again, it's funny because a couple of people messaged me about it as well and showed me box art clips and that, and some of theirs are spelt wrong as well, but it looks like they did production 2 or caught the error, and some of them are done. So I reckon, well, we haven't got them anymore because we've sold them all, but they'll be very, very much limited. You got one.
We've
Keep
got
that one. Shrink wrap it.
Which is coming to you with the B24, the AFX B24 for review, and it's a Valiant one, so we're saving that because that's a
keep that one is because that would be a good because it's very rare. Item. Yeah, that will become a rare collectible item because things like that don't normally see the light of day. No. But yeah, I've got a Valiant, not a Valiant. It's a Valiant.
You've got that limited edition Valiant.
So yes, but thank you for everyone picked that one out because there was a little bit of thing at the time because I went off and looked as well. And it was like, well, no, but I didn't watch the show back. Then somebody sent me a screen grab of you going,
yes.
And it's clearly Valiant. So I was like, right, okay. So anyway, I will do a review of it and we'll look at that one when it turns up this week. So yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, well done, eagle-eyed viewers, for catching that one because we didn't at the time. Mind you, I can't spell.
No, and I can't see, so
So that's between both of us. It's normal.
See no evil, hear no evil. We are and speak no evil.
Definitely. Yeah. So yes, but anyway, this little guy did turn up this week. This is the much anticipated, much overpriced Revell 1/12 scale speeder bike. So this is the new modern version, and I know, and I did get it out the other day, or not for you guys, but on the members show, and we were talking about it, but it is different because this one's got the different front on it, and there's a few other subtle differences around it as well, because this is obviously the later one to the actual Bandai speeder bike, which is obviously from Return of the Jedi. Although I think it did get, wasn't it briefly seen in Empire as well? I think it was just on the ground. But anyway, this one's got a different front on it, as I showed. This one's got a sort of more curved off one. You know what it's like with modern cars going curvy? Well, they've done it as well. Yeah. That era, Return of the Jedi era, everything's got blades and spikes and things. Bit like, 1960s cars. Yeah. Got wings and things on them. But no, anyway, because of health and safety, they've had to round it off a bit. Because Disney's got it now. They needed round toys.
Oh, yeah. It can't hurt anybody, can it?
No, can't hurt anyone now. So, yes. So that's why they got into Star Wars, because they can go around shooting everyone and miss. It's like the A-Team.
It is, yes, yeah.
So that's why Disney got with that.
Yeah.
Yes, certain other franchises couldn't get behind because too many people were killed. So, but yes. Anyway, I will do a review of it. We did have a sneak peek on the member show on Thursday, but I will do a proper review of that one up with you. It will be interesting to see.
Yeah, it will be. I'm just thinking about the A-Team there. That crack group of soldiers that can't shoot straight.
Can't shit anyone. No, that's it.
That's a good advertisement, isn't it?
They're either very good at not hurting everybody, or that could have been it. They didn't want to hurt anyone. Just nudge them a bit.
The Thingy Brigade in the 80s, and who would have thought?
This is it. Yes. I did like the remake of the film as well. They did. With Bradley Cooper.
Was all right,
I thought that was quite good, actually, for a reboot of it. Again, going in, it's entertainment. I thought it was actually quite funny, that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That was all right. Some of them are really bad, aren't they, when the remake come through? Yes. That one was all right. I mean, the Dukes of Hazzard film was awful.
Yes.
That was terrible.
That was awful film, yes. Yeah.
So anyway, digress. So what you been up to? Show us.
So, for me, as you can probably see, I've been playing pickup sticks, as it looks like down in here. So to be honest, we're in the final stages of the actual Y-Wing, and we're going through here. So as a lot of you know, what I've done is I've taken plastic ore stuff, and we've been going around with it. So this is just plastic ore and bending it myself. So now we've got it painted and sorted, and now we're starting to stick it all on. So again, it's one of those things, because it's resin, it's all got to be super glued into place. So we're doing all the plumbing and the pipe work and adding all of this to it. And really, it does bring it all to life. It's one of those weird ones, is that the more I'm doing this, the more I'm actually looking at it thinking, why is there so many pipes? And why is it all going to the front? What's in the front? You know, because technically you've got the cockpit. Sorry, I've got my hand in the way. But you've got your cockpit up here. So why are these massive pipes? What is it? Is air conditioning going in?
It's heating and air conditioning units, isn't it?
You know, I'll be funny. You've got these huge engines, and obviously you need, you know, that's the power bit. So what the hell's all this lot doing down in here? Why does it need so much plumbing? Anyway, I digress. But it is coming together really, really nicely now. I'm literally into the final sort of stages for this one. So we're going to get all of these on. Today, to be honest, is my goal for this one. Then down in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line out. We're going to paint in here because I need to hand paint. It's got a bit of overspray in here. But we're going to do all the actual glass work. So I've got some thin acetate sheets, and we'll put in our own glass work into this one. And we'll get that one done. And then with that one done, obviously he's all done in here as well. So then obviously what we can do, we can get this one all in and buttoned up. I'm thinking then just chipping will be the final touch with this one. So we're just going to do a little bit of chipping running around on this one, and then we are good to go. So final touch with this thing will literally just be a case of getting it onto a mount or some description. So originally I was going to use, as I said before, a solid brass bar, which is lovely, but I think it's a little bit overkill. So what I've decided is I've got a nice piece of wood, bit of 2x4 sort of thing, and I'm thinking what we could do is varnish it and gloss it and all the rest of it, make it look nice. It'll be a nice strong base for this to go on, because clearly it is resin, so it does weigh a bit. We can do that, but also I can then put an acrylic pole into it, which I can put at an angle, because the trouble is, if you're going to go with this, I can't bend this. I haven't got a hydraulic frig to do it. So what I'm thinking is that under here, you can probably see it, there's a nice hole. So what will happen is that this one then will obviously sit in this, and I'm thinking about having it as some type of little like this. So it'll be my usual thing. You've probably seen me do anything that I've ever mounted in flight, aircraft, helicopters, the works. I tend to do that thing about having them over to one side and slightly at an angle. The reason for that really is so you can see the underside as well. So if it's on a turntable and spinning around, you can see the full top side and you can see the underside as well. And also it looks a little bit more better because it's moving through the air and everything else like that. So, or not if it's in space. But anyway, just to point out the other fact as well, just for this one, is that a lot of people have said to me that, Phil, there's no atmosphere in space, so it wouldn't weather. Don't forget, these are planetary as well. So they do come through the atmosphere and they land on very swampy, muddy areas. Then they go into space and probably get bleached white. But that's why this one's dirty. And also, it's sci-fi and it's my party and I'll do what I want to. So, but yes. Because I've had this conversation where people have said to me about it and they said, oh, it wouldn't be like that because it's this, that and the other. Even a frigging Star Destroyer comes through the atmosphere and gets rained on. And as Matt will testify, at the moment, it's done nothing but rain, especially in Doncaster.
It's like living in Coruscant, is it? What's the rainy planet that they had?
Yes, that was it. The water planet, yeah.
Whatever that's called, that's like where I'm living at the minute because it just don't seem to stop.
It's on Yoda's planet where it's
Dagobah, isn't it? It's the Dagobah system.
Yeah, that's it. The Dagobah system. I think he's in there. So yeah, definitely.
Swamp.
So anyway, on with that one at the moment, really pushing through. I think another 2 days this one will be finished, which will be nice. And then obviously, as I spoke before, I got so far ahead from where I intentionally wanted to be with this little guy. So down in here working on the Apache, so you know we did all the engines, so we painted and weathered and we painted up the nacelles just so I don't get overspray, all because just down in there, if I can get the camera in, just down in there, there's a fan blade behind there and I don't know how to mouse that. So consequently, I thought, I know, I'm going to paint the entire area first, and then that way I can just mask all of this up and do it. So the rest will get painted together. But anyway, both engines are all done. These are all looking really nice. Very good to go like that. Cockpit's all sorted and done. And then so technically what we can do is get on with the other areas. So next up I think is up in here. We've got a big structure goes on. But again, with this one, you've actually got a clear part, which I've moved over the other side of the desk. But you see this little peg here, it attaches to that peg. So you can't put this bit on before that bit. So you need this bit on here first to cover that. Sorry, this bit on first as well. So you get all the cockpit done and then you can put that on. You can't do it the other way around because of this cover. And again, it's all because of this pin here, which actually holds the clear part on and goes through. So you've got a pin there and also you've got a little toothed area just down in here. And that is literally it. It's going to hold all of that on. So it is very, very nicely done. But again, I have to say, you know, this thing is an absolute dream. If you want to build a helicopter and you've never built one before, I normally probably wouldn't recommend a gunship purely because they've got pokey out bits and lots of sticky bits and all the rest of it, and they can be quite complex. I'll probably say go with the utility type helicopter because it's just more straightforward to going in. That though breaks the mold because it is got bits and lumps all over it, but it is so well engineered and goes together so well. And like Matt hasn't quite got yours together yet. Have you, Matt?
No. I'm no further on than last week.
You're just cockpit bits. So, but I should think Matt's will be the same because they do feel like the same type of kit together. So I'm actually thinking that Matt's will probably be like this one, is literally a dream fit. And the amount of times I put all of that thing together without gluing it, and then afterwards I just touched it with extra thin just to weld it into place, because it just holds like those engine nacelles, the way they went on, literally I did think about not gluing them in place and then literally just taking them off to paint the entire thing, but because I've got to do the inside of it, it's easy to put them on, so I've glued them on now. But it's very, very clever how they've gone about it, because again it's very modular. You've got the engine nacelles, you've got those winglets, you've got those big sort of cheeks on the side of it and that, and again getting those all in and put around there seamlessly is testament to the kit. And there's a lot going on inside with the cockpit and all the armour bits as well. You've actually got obviously the rotor head and all those areas. There's a hell of a lot going on, but it works, which is a really kudos to them. And again, like TACM and MENG and things like that, I pretty much always put them on the same par anyway. And one thing they've always done, especially when I've built TACM's armour and obviously MENG's armour and kits, aircraft kits, they've gone together exceptionally well. And this thing goes even better. So it's exceeded my expectations. I knew it was going to be good when I reviewed it because I couldn't see any problems. But honestly, putting it together, and like I said last week, I got carried away with that because it was a joy. I was having fun. I was having fun putting it together and it was flowing so well. And I thought, oh, we'll stop here because I need to get on with this one. And before you know it, I basically built the entire thing because it was flowing so well. And I think, again, that's testament to the kit, the quality of the engineering, the design, the way they thought about it going in together, and it's just worked an absolute treat. So I'm really looking forward to other subjects coming from them in the future as well. Whilst we're just talking about that one of our members posted up in the forum to say it's quite sad, but like I said, it's not totally sad. This is the old Westland Apaches being retired. So I'm pretty sure they're going off to Shrewsbury to die, probably. But anyway, they're supposed to be going in storage. But yes, this is the Apaches all going off now, because obviously they've been retired. Because now we've obviously got the new ones entering the fleet, the Echo, which is obviously the one that Matt's doing.
Yes.
I'm doing a very late D, which is basically an Echo, just different engines and things. So, but again, quite sad to see those going. But to be honest with you, like we said before, they have been flying around, working hard and all over the place for the last 20, almost 5 years. So, it's not like, they look nice from the outside, but mechanically inside, they are worn to bits. So they've worked really, really hard and served us well for the last 25 years. And you just feel old now when you're looking at stuff. And like, I saw those all come off the production line at Westland. And saw those doing test flights and all the rest of it. And now they're being retired. So now I feel old like a pensioner. I remember when they were new, So, yes. But it's sad to see them go, but they have been replaced. As I say, Matt's doing the Echo version, which is the upgraded version to it. And again, from a weapons point of view and a survivability, it's a completely different beast. It's fully digital now, down on the inside, does absolutely everything and makes a cup of tea. It's British. It should have a boiler in it somewhere.
I was going to say, yeah, it should have. Yeah, T-urn in the back.
T-urn, got a T-urn for the crew. Trouble is, though, the Apache can't give it to the gunner and vice versa because there's a big bit of glass between them. So you're like, dunk, dunk, dunk. It's not like in an aircraft you chuck your sandwiches or your crisps forward. So, they are. You have to open up the window, open up both doors and pass them round.
Yes.
So, really, really excited that one. But anyway, from my point of view this week, I really want to get this one finished off. So we'll get this one done this week. Next couple of days, that will be done. And then I'm going to turn my attention onto the Apache, get that up into primer. And once we've got that into primer, I'll be starting on the next project as well. So they're coming thick and fast at the moment.
Cool.
Definitely. So, yes. How's it going your side?
All right, actually. All right. I'll show you this in a minute. But I've been building one of these.
Little Black Widow.
A little Black Widow, yeah. Little dragon kit, which is that one, look. I'll show you, look. There you go. Get it in the shot. There you go. You can see. So it's a 2-in-1 version. I heard this has got problems.
Well,
and I've
we
got
know
to
that
say,
the seat's too far back.
well, yeah. Apart from that, look, the seat is. He does. You do need long legs to fly one of these, apparently. But it's actually been a really nice kit. I'm trying to pick kits with problems, which sounds really weird at the minute, but like I've said earlier, I want to go a bit back to basics because I think you can kind of lose just basic skills when they go together dead easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is one of them kits. It's quite nice. Everything kind of goes together with a bit of clean up and a bit of prep. So it's not quite what I envisioned, but I've been itching to build a P61. I was going to tackle, to be honest, the Monogram 48th one after obviously tackling the B25 and having that bit of thing about monogram kits. But I want to go back to 72nd. My first probably love of scale will be 72nd, and then obviously 35th for armour. But yeah, 72nd is always something I go back to, and this came up. So I could have built the Hobby Boss ones, or even go back to the old Airfix one that got re-released as a vintage classic, but the Dragon one's never built one, so why not give it a go? But yeah, coming on all right actually. The booms are done.
Again, it's actually because of the nature of the beast. Like you look at the leading edges of those wings with those intakes for the actual engine and the coolers, and that's quite complex.
Yeah.
To do that in moulding and get all of that in, and to get it somewhat seamless as well. It's not a straightforward kit, and the thing itself, it's lumpy and bumpy and all over the place. It's not straightforward from a tooling point of view. You've got a lot going on in one of those. Yeah,
there is, and I mean, I needed to do a bit of clean up and scraping just to get the booms an half decent fit. I still got to play because this front one's a bit high. The back's not so bad as you can see, but the front still needs a bit of work just to get it level and drop it back a bit. But actually, it's not too bad at all. It's obviously getting it all square when you stick, getting the wings and the booms on and the tail. But it's going to look like a P61, and I'm quite pleased. So I've used the Airways etch set. So we've used a bit of Airways etch that was shown probably not to the public. Was that last Thursday? Was it when I was doing it?
I think so. Yeah.
So seat belts and not much that you can see of the instrument panel, but there is one there, and then some bits in the back. And I think it's got some undercarriage inside ribbon and stuff. And again, I don't know if you can see it, but that's etched there, the actual ribbon on the inside.
Yeah.
But I've done a little vlog anyway, so you're going to see this because it's all going to come together as a bit of a vlog build, shall we say. So I think my colleague is putting it all together, what I've done so far. I've done a bit of painting the cockpit using Gen 3s and, Phil's wash for pin washing. Use your dark dirt for pin washing.
Very nice.
Yeah, beautiful. Just a bit of pre-prep with a bit of water, break the surface tension, and it's ace. So, yeah, really enjoying it, to be honest. Really nice little kit. So, that's one of the things I've been up to. And then I've been doing a bit of purchasing. And so, I'll just pull my camera out a little bit. There we go. The Wessex.
Nice.
Who don't love a Wessex?
Yeah,
it is a classic kit, isn't it? And still probably the best one in scale.
Yeah,
by quite a bit, to be honest, compared to its rivals. We definitely need a neutral Wessex because this has got to be 20-odd-year-old now, Barry. I think. I don't know. I'm not looked on obviously scale mates, but it's got to be knocking on a bit. So this is Humphrey, a very famous one. I think on the box, is it not, Phil?
It is Humphrey. So Humphrey was down in the Falklands and was delivering special forces and got absolutely shot to hell. Yeah. You can actually see Humphrey at the Fleet Air Arm Museum in Yeovilton, just outside Yeovil, and they've got little red circles over all the bullet holes. It's riddled. So, but she served very, very well down in theatre.
Oh, this shows the thingy look, 2012 look. This was released 82 to 2012. So you've got a couple of options on the back, and I do like, obviously, the blue and the yellow one. Apparently, there's 3 options in there. I've only just noticed decals for 3 versions.
Oh, right, okay.
So I don't know what the other one is because I've not had a look. But there's only 2 on the back. You'd have thought they'd have put all 3, wouldn't you? Anyway.
So I'm just looking at it. I'm just going back here. It looks like the first release of that came out in 2012, unless there's another version, which was Humphrey in the boxing. I don't know if that was the first one.
I think it was the UH5 version, probably the first one.
They did the UH5 as the first one, which is obviously that standard sort of the army one, if you like.
Yeah.
Which came along, which obviously has got the different engines and the bits and pieces. And then Humphrey turned up in 2013, 2 versions of. Was that the first time? I thought it was out before.
It's got to be out before then, because that's 2012. Look, because it's the.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's it. But they're saying on here, it's got that box art here, but it's slightly different.
Right.
And here we go. Look, I can show you. Look, it's this one. But it's actually saying
Is that
down in here.
no, that's the 48th one.
Oh, sorry, is that the 40? Oh, sorry, my mistake.
Well, I'm on the 72nd one. This is not 48th. Yeah, that's the 48th one.
Sorry, do apologise.
It's all right.
That's it. I'm not as good as Andy at this.
Redo it, because I want to know when it was first released now, to see if I was a bit 20 year.
Let me just. That's it. Let me just try that one. Right, that's more like it. So now we're into it. So it first came out in. What's that? That is. God, my eyesight's terrible. Is that 1996?
Really?
So yeah. Here she is. So 1996. She came out. This is the boxing you've got there.
Yeah.
So that boxing came out in 2012. But yeah, first one came out, look, in 96.
Oh, because they did the American, didn't they?
The American version as well.
Whichever one it was, yeah. Yeah, and then they did the Wessex here, UH5.
Yeah, that's it. The UH5 first one there.
Even though they call it an HU5 and it's a UH5, and they always got that wrong way round because it's a utility helicopter in it.
Yeah.
Or is it not a helicopter utility?
Helicopter utility, yes.
I think it's UH in it, HU, whichever one it is anyway. I think they got it wrong. And then...
so the first, technically, the Humphrey one there came out there. So that was in, about 98 then. 97, 98 in there.
It. Yeah.
That's right, Tamiya. Tamiya had one out as well for the US one.
That's its area one redone, isn't it?
But yeah, that's the Revell boxing was the first one out then. So yeah.
Yeah, and then it obviously came to what's the thingy boxing? That blue one, yellow one next to the UH5 re-release. That one, yeah. What's that one?
Yeah, that's like the first one, isn't it? So to be honest, it's just a repaint of your one.
Well, yeah, it's just mine. Look on the back with 53 on it instead of number 3, whichever. But I mean, it's. So it's safe to say, anyway, going back on track, that this is an old kit.
Yes.
In the grand scheme of things, it's, if it's first obviously told the original US version back in 1996, we are crying out then for a new Wessex, aren't we?
We definitely do.
And I mean, this has got problems because the rotors rear rotor are the wrong way round.
Yeah, tail rotor's the wrong way round.
So they need flipping when you build this kit. I think in general, though, it's not too bad. I have built the other version of this a long time ago, probably when I first joined Florida Models, because I painted it in RAF Rescue yellow because I wanted the yellow one. So, yeah, there is some little things you need to sort out, but again, it's not overly taxing. And I've got some extras for this. I can't remember if I've actually got some Edward originals because it's been discontinued, all the X sets, so I might have that, and I've definitely got a mass set. I'll aim to dig through my stuff, but yeah, probably coming onto the bench soon, I think, because I've really got an urge to build an helicopter, as in a smaller helicopter, shall we say. But the Apache is going to come back once I've kind of got the P61 together in a lump. Yeah, the Apache will be back on the bench as a build thing because that'll be ready for paint then. So I'm with you. Probably end of the week-ish, I might have that together actually ready for paint. So I want to keep it quite tight and a quicker build.
Yes,
and then get back onto the Apache and stuff. So yeah, got things on the go. There.
Anyway, perfect segue. So when you're doing that one, you see, the other one you've done is a nice review for a slightly smaller. We've gone for the Ornithopter.
Yes, this has got to be one of the quickest reviews ever on the interweb.
Yes.
Because there's not a lot to it, shall we say. But yeah, ATREIDIES, is it? Is how you pronounce it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Probably. Whatever, because I think I get it right first time and then I just can't remember what I said after about 2 minutes of me doing this review and forget. So, do you know what? For what it is, it's really nice.
Yes.
As you'll see in the review, it's really nice. And when they do the bigger version, that is definitely, if you're into Dune or these sci-fi type dragonfly helicopter type things, it's going to be really nice. And it's it's MENG. You'll see anyway. Watch the review. But yeah, really, really nice kit. Just not a lot.
Well, that will be linked down below. So if you want to go off and see that review,
yeah,
it'll be down below here and linked in the show notes and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said before, funny enough, I was looking at 3D printed stuff over the weekend, and it's there. It keeps popping up, and it's actually, they've got one. It's about this big, but the thought of actually printing the wings for it, or flappy things, whatever the technical thing is, rotors things.
Yeah.
Because they are so long, it'll take forever. And I really can't be bothered to let my printer run 20 hours to do that. So
and then the chance of it failing, and
then you get a fail halfway through. It's got a kink in it.
I tell you what, the problem with printing them off as well is the attachment points and cleaning all them up.
Yeah,
because there's going to be a lot in there,
work in there as well. Yeah, definitely. So I thought that's when, to be honest, when this one first came out, I was really excited because obviously I've seen the film. Didn't particularly like the film, if I'm honest. Didn't get right into it. I fell asleep. But the equipment, I'm on it. Yeah, I thought that's really cool. That is something really, really cool. And it was one of those ones I thought, oh, it'd be great if somebody was to release a kit of that. Then I saw the 3D printed one. Then this one got announced, and I thought, brilliant. I'll get it. Then I found out it's 7 centimeters long, and I'm like, hold on, that like my thumb's bigger than that. And I was like, no, that's just ridiculous. It needs to be a bit bigger and a bit meatier than that. And then, so I must admit, I sort of dismissed it at that point. And then obviously they've come around now. They said they're going to do a 72nd one, I think it is, isn't it, or something?
I think it's 72nd, yeah. Which again, is not going to be small, is it?
It's not going to be small then. It's going to be quite a lump. So I think it's going to be a proper foot long type thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And at that point, I'm back on board with it again. Now I'm thinking, I will wait for it to come out. I was sort of hoping it might have been out by now, but we were a bit delayed getting those through even. So they were mentioned. And
we're so far behind everybody else's blooming deliveries at the minute. It's unreal, really, how long stuff's taking to obviously get to us when it's finally got to wherever it's going in Europe, and then on towards or shipped over to us. It's taking forever, which is hence why we're getting delays in stuff that people got weeks ago, shall we say?
Before us.
By the time,
but then it does go the other way because apparently Airfix is taking forever to get to Australia. So they are so far behind as well. But it's going both ways. I think it's blame everything that's going on there. It's the Houthis, which I still think look like the sand people stood up on a sand dune.
You've just
ships are going past. That's them. That's how I see them in my mind. Not having a technically. Technology and all the rest of it, which clearly they have. So everything's going a long way at the moment.
Just
I wanted to do a meme of that and have a thing, you could do that, wasn't it? And it's the Houthi rebels because they sound good for it. But
they do sound like a Star Wars tribe,
or
something, don't they? Well, that's it. Lost me now. That's it. We can end on that. Hey, I'll tell you what, actually, because I've shown you this, haven't I? And this is just a little thing. If you're on YouTube, right, go and find an account on YouTube called Abandoned Films, okay, and watch their trailers for 50s Panavision modern films. And there's loads they've done. I think I sent you one for Star Wars. And they are brilliant, aren't they? How they've done, to be honest. Somebody CGI'd it, obviously, and you get a little trailer. It's in like 1 or 2 minutes, and they've done loads of like films and sci-fi films, and Jurassic Park and Terminator and stuff. But they've done it in a 50s style with 50s cat. It's really good. It's really worth a watch. I'm waiting for a full film to come out because that's going to be worth watching. They've literally just done the Transformers. In a 50s, that's something to be old, to be honest.
Definitely.
Some of them are terrifying, if I'm honest with how they've done it, because it would have been obviously stuff from back in the day how they've done it. It's brilliant, really. It's really good. It's worth a watch. So there you go. So Abandoned Films. There you go. Go give them a
I'll
watch.
do the link down below as well in the show notes. So if you want to go off, you can have a look at their YouTube channel as well. I'll pop it down. I won't play it because we'll get copyright.
No, we'll get copyrighted stuff off. But definitely worth a look. So. Just in PM news.
Yes.
Not a lot to say because we're just waiting for stuff to happen as usual. But the specials that we've got up at the minute, we sold quite a few at the weekend, which has been deleted. We've literally got a Vulcan left, as you can see. Once that's gone. It's not coming back. These are going to be probably run these until the back end of the week, and then we're going to change them out again. But we've got something going off next weekend, don't we, Phil? That we've decided. Just on the Saturday morning. So there's going to be a few things going off, as in, you know, probably special deals and stuff. Not
we get some
probably
promotions
across
and bits.
everything, but we might pick some brands this time and a special deal on brands, you know, over the weekend or whatever. So I need to talk to Andy about that. But yeah, if there's anything you want, it's got a last shout at this price, and then they'll go back to normal. So all
Very
good.
nice.
So that's
just to say, because someone's bound to ask as well, is that obviously the Mosson show at the weekend. Hope you all had a great time. Looked really, really good, to be honest. We need to get back there, definitely.
Yes.
But the real colour paints, obviously they were released at the show, and lots of people are talking about them. We haven't got them yet. We have got a pre-order in. It's all there. We're just waiting for them to turn up. As soon as they turn up, we will let you know we've got them in and all the rest of it. But technically now, I think the floodgates are open after Mosson for it. So we don't know when. As soon as we get any information, you'll be the first to know, as always.
Yeah, we're waiting to get our bill to pay for it, and then it'll be shipped over to us. So, yeah, hopefully the next few weeks. It'll be nice, wouldn't it?
It would. Good, because I'm running out.
Yeah, everybody's running out, to be honest. It's not just that, is it? It's, there's a few other things that are getting a bit sticky to get hold of as well at the minute, paint-wise. So keep an eye on that over this month. Hopefully everything's just going to come back a bit more normal and we can get some stocks back in. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool as, right.
Right, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us today, everybody. As I said, if you want to hear any more about anything we've spoken about, I'll pop it down in the show notes down below, and you can follow the links there to obviously PM models and all the bits we've spoken about. So, till later, everybody. Happy modelling. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.